Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of the Makers Market Tennessee podcast. We hope you had an amazing Christmas and a wonderful New Year. We're looking forward to doing even more business features this year and more episodes coming at you. We just want to do a special thank you to Achieve Entrepreneur and Co-working Center for their amazing podcast room. Make sure to check them out for all of their services. We hope you guys enjoy this next episode. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for being here with us at the Makers Market Tennessee podcast. We are here at the Achieve Co-working Space. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 8. We are here with Chris Arthus from the Supreme Shine Mobile Detailing service. Chris, we're going to talk a little bit today about your mobile detailing service, the origins of how you came about to be running this business, the nature of what it means to be mobile, and any advice you can give our viewers. So first things first, thank you so much for being here with us today on the podcast. You know, we really want to be able to feature local businesses like yours and hear your stories. So thank you again for reaching out to us and connecting with us on Facebook and connecting with us on Instagram. For those of you who are on Instagram, it's Makers Market Tennessee. The website is makersmarkettennessee.com. So it's makersmarkettn.com. Chris, first things first, let's talk about the origin of your website. You know, a lot of people can take a weekend and go and do a wash and wax or maybe throw some soaps and suds on their cars, but not many people have seen the opportunity and the benefit of making it a full-time career. So, like yourself, can you tell us a little bit about the moment that spark kind of hit for you? Like, what did it feel like to decide, you know what, this is going to be my full-time thing?
Okay, sure. Well, first off, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to be here. So I've always been a cleaning person, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And I've always been into cars ever since I was a little kid.
Oh, nice.
I love cars, reading Car Driver magazine, Lowrider, just all the custom magazines they used to have back in the day. So I loved it. Even when I would get my first vehicle when I turned like 15 or 16, the first thing I did was completely clean it from top to bottom. So
nice.
I think I have my mom to thank for that. She's the clean person. Could probably go eat off of her toilet right now as we speak, and that's not an exaggeration. But I was always the person. I was like watching YouTube videos, and I always wanted to start my own business. And I love the cleaning videos. I mean, I can watch
Really?
them. Oh yeah, I would sit there all the time and watch them.
Do you know that one girl who goes into hoarder houses and she sprays down? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I know.
Like that's the first person that I realized was making like those cleaning videos like you mentioned. That makes a business out of it.
Yep, car detailing videos, the mower videos, the mowing videos are great. Those are great. I love them. Yes, but I could watch them all the time. And like my girlfriend was like, "Look, you should do this." Because I've always wanted to own my own business. It's just, I guess the opportunity never really presented itself.
Okay.
And then I've kind of, I don't want to say I got thrown into it, but a couple years ago, probably about 2.5 years ago, roughly, I kind of unexpectedly got let go from my job.
Oof.
Very sudden. So trying to figure out what to do, and my girlfriend, who was amazing, she said, why don't you do it? Like, why don't you go into it? You love watching the videos. You're really passionate about it. She said, why don't you just go for it? And I was like, you know what?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
I love hearing that. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
exciting.
that's kind of how I just decided to start getting into it.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
So it was kind of sounds like it was inspired by the need, and then the passion took over.
Yeah, I would say almost kind of a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely am more of a passion.
That's awesome. So I know they say the detailing work is all about the visuals, meaning that the effort you can clearly see on the final product. Obviously, you can talk about a dirty car and then the nice, shiny, clean result. Tell me about what motivates you to accomplish this. I know you talked about watching the videos, but what drives you to deliver these kind of clean vehicles?
So I love that I'm in a business now where I get to see people's reactions, right? People are so happy with the end results. I love seeing their feeling. Like, so I spent 20 years in the construction industry as a safety guy. So everybody that does construction, probably if there's people that watch this and do construction, like, oh man, he's one of those guys. I hate that guy, right? Like everybody would say, right? We were
the safety guy.
Yeah, the safety guy. Man, he's the one that makes me wear my stuff. I hate that guy. So I spent 20 years, and it was one of those where you're in a career that you're there because you have to be.
Right.
Right. It's not nobody signs
no one's doing it by choice.
Yeah, nobody wants to be like, hey man, I'm really excited about the safety guy.
Right.
Nobody that, right?
Yeah, so, tell us about regulations for 6 hours.
Yeah, tell us how that OSHA can find us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really, nobody cares. But I love now that I'm in a career where people they appreciate the service that we provide.
For sure.
They're so happy about the end results. I mean, getting to see people's reactions afterwards, man, sometimes that makes it. Like, I love seeing the car go from dirty to clean, like after we're done. Sometimes the worse the car, the more satisfying it is. Right. That's for me what I love too. But man, seeing some of the reactions. I mean, I've had people I had a lady or a friend that reached out to me and said, hey, I got a 911 emergency. Like, I need you to help my friend out. And I went there, and her car was just
trash.
It was bad.
She had kids, I imagine.
Yeah, she had a kid.
Oh, that says all. Yeah.
She had a kid. She had a kid.
That says all you need to know.
Yeah, she had a kid, and it was a car. And so I spent like half. I spent part of the time on the outside, and then came back the next day and had to do the inside.
Oh wow, twice.
And she came out, and I swore she was going to do a cartwheel.
Wow.
She was so excited, so happy. She had actually said, I thought that my car was beyond safe. Wow. She's like, I was actually getting ready to trade it in and get a different car.
Dang.
And
so for all the viewers out there, not to interrupt you, sorry,
but
just so you guys can hear what I just heard, he came over twice, 2 days in a row for the same detailing. And I don't think you're going to get that from anybody else. That's amazing. Please continue.
No, yeah. So it was just, to see her have that feeling of almost like relief, man, I said, to me it's crazy that here's somebody that was getting ready to commit to a multi-year car note when all they needed was something as simple just to have it cleaned. Yeah. And some people, a lot of people, when it gets to that stage, they get overwhelmed, I think. Yeah. Almost like, we talked about the hoarding videos earlier, right? Yeah. People get overwhelmed, they don't know where to start. But you get somebody, a professional detailer, and they're like, okay, like I see what needs to be done. And you take it in by sections, you have the tools. So what seems overwhelming to some people is just another day for you. Yeah, it's like just another one in a row.
So would you say, I think you probably just answered our next question, what's your favorite part of delivering a completed vehicle? And I think it sounded like you just answered that the smiles and the satisfaction for the client.
It is. The smiles, the satisfaction. I mean, people all the time, man, it hadn't looked this good since I bought it. I think it looks better than when I bought it. I mean, I get it all the time. It's not like a bragging, but that's just usually the general answer that I hear all the time. And, I like it. Like I said, it's getting to see people have a problem, and then they call us and we're able to solve it.
And you're making a solution.
Yeah, we're able to give them a solution. And they're happy. We're happy. It's a win-win.
When the customer's
happy. When the customer's happy, we're happy.
Well, that goes right perfectly into our next question, because I want to talk a little bit about the concept of mobile. For those of you who are watching who don't know about mobile businesses, the mobile business owner has to not only have a power supply, but they have to have all their supplies, cleaning supplies in your case, and the mobile detailing needs that, other people may not think about, like a mechanized brush or brushes, and motorized, detailing equipment like a buffing sponge. There's a lot of things that come into owning a mobile business. So being on site and on call, tell us a little bit about how you build that trust with your clients, because being on site means you're going to have to be on probably someone's driveway for several hours, or in the story you just told, twice in a week, y'all. He is a committed business owner. So tell us a bit, how does that look for you when you have those conversations?
So I try to build trust twofold. I know we'll probably get to this in a little bit, but the setup that I had built that I used in my mobile van, because of how professionally I had it built, that usually does instill a lot of trust. Because I've had people that have told me, a client of mine, he said, hey, as soon as you open your doors, like, I knew you were legit. Like, Like there was no questioning. So I think that's part of it. But I think the other part of it is just the people side of things, right? Like I try to be very, very communicative to all my clients. I let them know, hey, hey, we're on the way. Or if somebody calls me and has a question, I always try to take the time to answer it. Because for me, I try not to make it all about the sale, right? So if you were to call me, it's not about, and you're asking a bunch of questions. It's not, hey, I'm busy. Like, do you want to book or not, right? It's about, like you said, to me, it's about being a resource for somebody. Because I've had numerous people that have called me, and most people do not know really what a mobile detailing per se entails. A lot of people have said, oh, I didn't know the service exists. I've never seen it before. Sure. So a lot of people, just like anything that you're not familiar with, they have lots of questions. Right. So I try to just take the time and just, if somebody calls, hey, what are you looking for? I try to be honest with them. I try never to sell anybody anything they don't need. It's just about really having an open line of communication with them. And just, hey, what are you looking for? Like, what can we do for you? What problems do you have? Like, well, this is what I would suggest. I try not to nickel and dime people too. Sure. For me, it's just about building good customer service.
That's surprising. I was just thinking, customer service seems like it's a lost art.
Oh, very much
with business owners.
It is.
And I mean, I don't know about y'all out there, but the first thing that kills it for me is when I get an automated or AI like answer on a phone call or on a text or on a email, anything. You can tell when it's AI versus someone who's actually trying to serve their customers. So it's great to hear that you're there, ready and willing to answer those questions. Because I know, like, personally myself, I would have probably the first question is, how much is the cost? And the second is, how long is it going to take? And a lot of people who have very little time, that's the first thing that's going to make or break that scheduling. So it's good to know that you're able to kind of address those concerns right off the bat.
Yeah, and I try to, that's one of the other things. Like I said, for me, I'll always try to either call immediately back if I can, even when I'm working, or at least shoot a text to somebody like, hey, I can get back to you a little bit, or I'm in the middle of something.
Letting them know that you're there.
Yeah, I try to let somebody know they're there, because there's a lot of other detailing companies that I've seen that are basically, hey, shoot me a message and we'll contact you later. Right? So it's like, nobody wants to wait to the day, right? When somebody wants an answer, I try to call. I mean, I've answered phone calls in the grocery store when I'm with the kids.
Hey,
and like
that's
I said,
customer service.
Yeah, and like I said, for me, it's about being honest. I had a guy call me, and he said, hey, I was needing to kind of see about getting my vehicle washed and clay barred. And I said, okay. I said, sure, we can do that. I said, is there a reason why you want a clay bar? He was like, well, I don't know. He's like, that's just what the other detailer did. And I said, well, just to let you know, you don't always need it. And it can actually be doing damage to your car if it's done when it's not needed. Right. So I kind of explained that to him, and there was kind of like this long pause of silence. Like, I never knew this. Because, you don't know what you don't know, right? Right. So, again, just being open and honest with people.
See, that's rare, and I will say, like a mechanic, I know mobile detailing doesn't get it into the car as deep as a mechanic does, but having to know and having the integrity of what services are necessary is so rare today. That's great to hear. So let's talk a little bit logistically about being a mobile business, if you don't mind, Chris. Okay. With regard to your truck, you mentioned having it professionally made. Mm-hmm. Basically, you're carrying an entire functional shop on wheels. Correct. Like I had mentioned before, for those of you who aren't familiar with mobile businesses like Chris's, you have to have power, you have to have your water supply, you have to have your cleaning supplies, and all within a few feet of you so that you can address the concerns while you're there, right? Correct. Tell us a little bit about what has been some of your biggest challenges in not only servicing your truck or servicing your customers with your truck, but how your setup has evolved since day one. What does that look like?
So I started out when I kind of had the revelation, like, hey, I'm going to start doing my own thing, right? So for me, I wanted to be able to be truly mobile. I wanted to be able to go anywhere. I joke and I tell people, look, I can wash your car in the middle of the desert, right? Because there's other people that are sometimes they're mobile detailers, mm-hmm. but when they go to a site, they need to hook up to the power source or hook up to the client's water or whatever.
Oh, right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. So that there's almost like two different sides of that. But for me, because you kind of look at it based on the area, right? How many apartment complexes do you see get thrown up nowadays?
Sure.
Right. I feel like there's a new apartment complex downtown Nashville, parking garages galore. So if you're unable to bring that stuff and you're relying on your customer, you're alienating what 50-60%,
That's a great point. Yeah.
50 to 60% of your customers right off the bat. Those people have no need for your services at all.
Right.
And again, it's not me knocking anybody, right? Like everybody's got their own way of doing things.
But if you're not bringing your own water or your own power, it's like, well, are you really the guy
doing
the work?
you're limiting kind of your customer base. Like you're
Sure.
shrinking, right, who you're able to take care of. So
Yeah.
for me, I actually did a lot of research and found several companies that actually purpose-build self-contained detailing vans.
Oh, wow, nice.
So I actually, the one I did, I actually had it built down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So it has a 100-gallon water tank, air compressor, vacuum, generator. So when I pull up, I need nothing.
Wow.
So people, I need your keys. That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That says a lot because I didn't even realize that some detailers would need a power supply or water supply. And I personally, I'm telling you, if I'm paying some money to someone and you ask me for my water, it's like, well, I'm paying you, so
yes, exactly.
it kind of comes off a little different then.
Yeah,
and I didn't even realize that. So thank you for letting us know that.
And some people care, some people don't. I've had numerous people that have said, "Hey, if you need water sources over there, if you need power, whatever." Some people are cool with it, but for me, I kind of take it like you, right?
Sure.
Like if I go somewhere or something comes to me, right. Your lawn guy doesn't come to you and be like, "Hey, can I use your mower?"
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a meter string I can borrow, right? It's like,
you gotta be gas in there,
dude. What am I hiring you for? Like, aren't you supposed to be doing that?
That's such a good point.
So for me, that's what I wanted, and I had not seen very many or really any professionally built setups. The guy that built mine told me that I'm the first one he ever shipped up, ever put up in Tennessee. Now I've seen like 3 more companies buy from the same guy as me over the last probably like year.
Sure.
So I'm still the OG, I feel like, but I would say the core of my van has always kind of stayed the same, right? Okay. I've had everything I've needed. The only thing that I would say that I've had to alter is what I carry in the van.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, you carry everything you think you need, right? Sure. And then you start, months go by and you run across a situation. I had a lady who, she had concrete on her bottom of her new Audi.
Oh, no.
She didn't know. I said, "Hey, I think you got concrete," right? Well, I don't carry concrete stuff. I didn't at the time.
Sure.
So I ordered the stuff, came back, took care of it for her. Now I carry that. So it's more of just as situations arise, you have to carry that stuff with you. Because I don't think anybody starts working, I better carry stuff to remove concrete.
Right.
Like, it's not a common thing.
It's just from the experiences you had.
Yeah.
It teaches you what you need.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I got to add that in the van. Hey, I got this. Now I need to keep this in here. So it's always as you go along. Maybe you get different equipment or a bigger steamer or, I carry more of this or more of that.
Right.
But I would say for the most part, at the core, it pretty much stays the same. Yeah, pretty much stays the same.
Well, I think that actually then answered perfectly our next question, which is the value add. There's a big difference. I think we can all agree that going through a $10 gas station spray and wash is very different than what you just described.
Yes, very much so.
And I think you've taken a few minutes already to educate us on the value that you add, but take a little more time if you don't mind and tell us what the difference is when you're detailing a car versus something like going to a gas station and doing just a drive-through. Because your potential clients that are watching, I would love for them to be able to know from our podcast, being able to hire you and what they would get out of that.
So I always tell people ask, like, what's the biggest thing about mobile detailing, right? And I always kind of answer that with a question. What is the one thing that you can't get more of no matter how much money you have?
Time.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we live in a very busy society, right?
Yes.
Everybody's got somewhere to be. They've got meetings to be. They've got here to be. They've got that to be, right? So I say that my service gives you time back.
That's a great answer.
Right?
Yes.
I deal with a lot of busy professionals and business owners and people whose time is very, very important. So I'll give you an example. A lady that I know, she owns she does like a luxury kind of like vacation. She plans these like big vacations over in like Egypt and all these other kind of places, right? And she said, hey, I really need to get my car, inside of my car cleaned. She was mad at her husband because he got it dirty. I said, well, let me get him out of the sling for you. She's like, but I don't really have a lot of time. I'm going to be home here, and then I've got a meeting to go after. I said, hey, that's perfect. I need this much time, and we'll get squared away. So she's at the house. We pull up. I take care of it. I hand her keys. When we're done, she goes to her meeting. She had meetings while she was at the house, got the car done, wasn't mad at her husband anymore, and was still able to go to her meetings. So she made the most out of her time.
Out of the day. Yeah.
So that's what I tell people, because people don't have time, right? How many people have time to go drop their car off,
right.
Then they got to find a ride back, then they got to go back and get it. I mean, it creates such
or sitting there for an hour when they can't get a ride or something.
It creates an inconvenience.
Yeah, it really
so
does.
the thing for me is I always tell people it saves you time or gives you time back.
Right.
And that's the one thing, like I said, we don't have time for that. Right? I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm a business owner. I got 3 kids, so I need all my time as well also. Right. So I would probably say that's probably like the biggest thing.
What would you say is the top tier like package that you offer? What is the all the bells and whistles that you offer? Like, what is the thing that you offer the highest, most features?
Well, when I started, I tried to keep it very simple. I was like, for me, I'm going to do inside, outside, or both.
Okay.
Because I see some people's websites, and even I get overwhelmed.
Sure, yeah.
Good Lord, like 40
5
options.
different options, yeah.
There's like 40 different options. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I want. And I'm a detailer. So most people just always get the full detail. I mean,
Okay.
we have inside, outside, full. We do paint corrections, ceramic coating. We kind of offer that whole thing, right?
Sure.
But most people, it's usually full details.
Okay.
Full
That
details.
simplifies it, just getting the whole thing done.
Yeah, they want the whole thing done. This time of year, with it getting colder, people are very heavily focused on just their insides.
That makes sense.
But yeah, probably my full package would probably be the most
common. That makes
Yeah.
sense too. I mean, if I'm getting my car detailed, it would be both in and out too.
That's
Now,
true.
speaking of detailing and the work that you do for different customers, I know that I'm a Texas ex-resident, and looking at your bio on your website, it seems like you are too.
I am.
So Tennessee, like Texas, is well known for its pollen and the random rains we get, the dusty summers, and winters that just can't seem to make up their mind. So it sounds like you definitely are able to meet the needs of any of our Tennessee residents. But is there anything particular to Tennessee that you've had to change in your workflow, or any new products that you use? You mentioned the cement remover, but is there anything that you have to do particularly for being in this area?
No, not really. I mean, for me, again, kind of being able to, offer that professional quality result.
Sure.
For me, I just wanted to make sure that I had the products that would deliver. Right? It wasn't let's buy cheap products now and then work way up.
Sure,
It was, for me, I was like, I want to start out right.
Quality on day one.
Yeah, so for me, the products that I do they'll work for any environment. I mean, I could go back to Texas and they work. I could go to whatever, Philadelphia and they work. I can go anywhere, right? I tell people if it's a $100 truck or $1 million car, the products
service
work
will
for
be
all.
the same.
The service is the same. How we
Nice.
handle everything is the same. It doesn't matter.
Now, let me ask you though, with Tennessee summers,
Mhm.
do you notice that you get a lot more business in those like September, August months?
Definitely. Definitely. Like, it's crazy.
What's your busiest month? I would ask.
You know what? It's usually probably like the summertime or a couple of months before the summer.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone
but
ramping
honestly, I'll tell you, I'd be surprised. I've been extremely busy this December.
Really?
I
Good.
think, well,
love
I think
hearing
it's
that.
because the weather has also been so very crazy. I mean, we were in shorts, last week?
I know, right?
We're literally in
That's what I'm
shorts
saying.
2
Winters
days
can't
ago.
make up their mind.
No.
Our winters don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, so we were in shorts a couple days ago, and here we are now. But no, like I said, my products are the same. I mean, the other day I watched a Toyota Tacoma and literally drove the van probably like 50 yards over, and we washed the outside of a F48, 458 Ferrari.
Wow.
So didn't have to change anything, didn't have to do anything.
Your service is service is the
service,
same. And
yeah.
that says a lot too, because even though we talk about the $10 car washes, you can go do 10, 20, 30, whatever they have in there. But every time that you drive through, it feels like it's the same. Like it doesn't matter what spray they did; it just doesn't. There's nothing new about it
Yeah.
compared to getting the full detailing like you provide.
And And I always tell people too when it comes to that, like I know I kind of mentioned earlier, but I want to go on about it just a little bit. Like car washes for me, I always tell people don't do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, car washes themselves, they're like a quick fix, right? Like I'm in a hurry. Let me wash my car off while I'm going to get Chick-fil-A for the kids, right? Like that's kind of what people think about it because it's going to take 5 minutes.
Sure.
In and out, you're done, you're gone. If you go to one, especially one that has like the spinning thing, right?
Belt, yeah, those.
It will damage
dirty, ratty belts.
It damages your car.
Sure, I can imagine.
Years and years of continued usage, it damages your paint, it swirls it up. Not to mention damaging your car. I've seen numerous people post about, oh, hey, this broke my window, this broke an antenna, this, messed up my wheels or whatever it is, right? And car washes don't care.
Well, you think about those basically are just dirty rags too. The more I think about like when you sit through 5-6 cars going through there, they're not washing those between those cars.
No, they're not. You get a truck in front of you covered in mud. What do you think is going to hit on your car?
Yeah, you're getting some of that mud.
And it's just such a difference. I've even had a guy I work with. He said, "Hey, have you got any openings?" Because he said every time when I go through the car wash, he said it was wintertime. Yeah. He said all the stuff is still under my car.
Yeah, it just
like it's still there. A 5-minute car wash versus what we do. I mean, we spend anywhere from 2 hours on an inside to 4 hours for a full detail sometimes.
That is commitment.
Even on the what I call quote unquote disaster details. I mean, I've spent 9 hours on a van.
Wow.
Before bringing it back to life.
Well, that goes right into our next question. I was actually going to say, Tennessee is famous for big diesel trucks and loud vans and just, the cars that have diesel mufflers that sound like a train. It sounds like you've definitely dealt with some of those challenging detailing gigs. What's one of your most complicated, most challenging detailing gigs? Was that van that you spent 9 hours on? Or?
Well, that was one of them. Usually it is ones like that. Vehicles that have not been tended to in a while, or if they have lots of children.
Yes.
Because I always tell people, people say, "Man, I'm so sorry." I said, "Look, I got 3 kids. I understand. I get it."
I'm a father myself,
Yeah, I know what I'm getting into. Yeah. I would probably say one of my most challenging ones was I had an individual contact me and they said, "Hey, I got an RV that I wanted to get polished and cleaned up."
Sure.
And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like we can do that." I'm thinking like RV, right? He sends me a picture and we're like tour bus levels.
Oh no, that's
massive, and I'm like, "Oh boy,
that's a big one."
So we spent. I probably spent. It rained on us. I bet I had like 15 hours on that. Into that. Me and another guy, my girlfriend even jumped in and helped. God bless her.
Wow.
I mean, we were up on ladders all day out in the sun. It was 100 degrees.
Well, I'm sure when you looked at her, you'd be like, "Hey, you're the one who told me to start this business. You better go."
Yeah. I told her, I was like, "I wonder if I could quit." She was like, "You can't quit your own company." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure that's one of the perks of owning is that I can."
Right. Yeah, get someone else too.
Yeah, I was like, "You go do it. I'm going to be fine." But no, we spent a lot of time. But I would say, man, the end results, amazing.
That's
he came out. Yeah, he came out, and the guy was like, "I have never seen it look like this before." And I said, "Well, I'm glad because I am dead inside right now because we spent."
We delivered the final product.
Yeah, we delivered the final product, and he was super happy. But that's probably those ones like that, just because they're so large, right? Yeah. So much real estate.
Yeah.
The work itself is not hard. It's just
the time.
Yeah, it's time, right? Like you can cut a small yard, and it's no big deal, right? But let me give you a lawnmower and tell you to go cut 2 acres. You're like,
"Oh, we have 2 acres."
Yeah,
I know. We had to get a riding mower because we had a push mower the first summer, and that was
fun, wasn't it?
That was backbreaking work. It took me 3 to 4 days just to mow. And I was like, that's we're done with that.
You're like, this should be easy, but it's just so much real estate. But this large vehicles like that, or vehicles that are, I say, on the rougher side. That's usually the ones where we just head down, power through,
just deal with it,
and we get it done, right? Like it's no judgment, right? Everybody. People have clean vehicles, people have dirty vehicles. Life happens.
Life happens.
It happens to everybody's vehicle. My vehicle, your vehicle, right? A few weeks into my twin boys' baseball season, I looked back in the back and I was like, "Oh,
what did you guys do?"
I'm that vehicle now. I should probably fix that.
Man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, You definitely have a lot of experience with that, and it sounds like in terms of a service-based business, you have a good handle on trading your time and labor for money. Tell us a little bit about how you manage your energy, especially as a father of twin boys, as a business owner, and as a mobile business that's on site and has to be, on site with service that other businesses that are brick and mortar don't have to deal with. How do you avoid burnout that comes from owning a business like that?
Very poorly. I am guilty of sometimes sprinting towards burnout at an Olympic rate. It's awful. Sometimes it was something that I really had to try to get a hold of, because I think that it's something that, maybe even you've experienced, right?
Sure.
As a business owner or small business owner, the word no, you don't want to.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to do, right? Like, when you're sitting there and you're starting, you're like, man, I'm going to get out there. We're going to get it done. So everybody that contacts you, yep, I'll do it. Yep, I'll do it, right? Just get done with the job at 6 p.m. Somebody calls you. Yep, we'll be there. Yep, I'll do it, right? And the whole time you're just like dying on the inside, right? You're just so tired because you're pushing it. So it's hard. And it took me a long time to kind of begin to learn those boundaries. Yeah. And I have my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend to thank for that. She was very big on, hey,
set those boundaries.
Yeah, set those boundaries, and always reminding me why we do it, right? Like, we work hard every day. We're building this business so that we can enjoy the fruits of our labor, right? So that I can be at my daughter's volleyball game, or I can be at my twin boys' basketball games, or spend time to be dad, or take my girlfriend out on dates, or all these other kind of things. So.
Yeah, it's not about the detailing, it's about what allows you to do that.
Yeah, because what's the point of owning your own business if you're just going to work your life away, right? So it is very hard, but honestly, I really do have her. I'm looking at her right now, thank you. I do have her to thank for that, because she's a very schedule-driven.
Perfect answer.
Yeah, very boundaries person, so it's helped a lot. I will say that sometimes I find myself starting to sprint towards it again, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, like,
check yourself and
check myself. Like, no, I can't do this. Hey, let's work on the schedule some. And it's hard, but I think like I said, I think that's something every business owner experiences, because we want to succeed, right? You don't want to start your business to fail. So I feel like in that back of my mind, when you turn somebody down, or like, hey, I can't get you right now, or I can't get you today, and knowing that person went on to somebody else, it's always in the back of your mind, like, man, what, is that gonna do me? What if that guy had like all this to do, or what if he was like the key to where I'm trying to get? It lets doubt start to sink in your mind a little bit, but you just kind of have to brush it off. Like, you know what? I'm gonna keep plugging away. I can't kill myself. Like, I gotta have those boundaries. I gotta spend time with my family. I want to have a life.
Like you said, what's the point if you can't just spend time with your family and have the freedom as a business owner?
Exactly.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us. We have just the last question is that, for any aspiring business owner, we'd love to hear any advice or tips and tricks. And you've given us some great tips already, but is there any last closing thoughts you wanted to give anybody that possibly is thinking about starting their own mobile business such as yours, like a woodworker, leather worker, or other on-site service?
Yes. Be patient. I'm not great at being patient.
Okay, that's
be patient.
Yes. And
get ready to hustle, because it's not going to come easy. You're not going to be an overnight success. It takes lots and lots of hard work. That's just, I'm on some detailing pages, and I see all the time people come on there, hey, I'm having a hard time getting people, or man, nobody's booked with me. And then people are like, well, how long have you been in business? We're like, well, it's 2 months. I'm like, dude, that's it? When I first started, I would be good to get 4 or 5 clients a month when I first started. That was it, right? Because when I started it, like I said, I kind of started it part-time also.
Sure.
So I was doing my safety career and still doing that also. So that was that helped me a lot, being slow to start off like that. But you have to get out there, man. You have to build. It takes time to build the trust with people, right? I come clean your car. I come a couple times. Like, man, this guy's nice. You get to know each other. You're going to refer, hey, man, I got this really great guy. Like, he does a wonderful job. All that takes time.
Sure.
It's not, like I said, it's not going to be overnight success. You got to get out there. You got to pound the pavement. You got to meet people.
Be committed.
Yeah, you got to be committed to it. You got to be patient. Don't get upset. I mean, I'm almost 2.5 years into my business now, and like I said, probably took it for I think earlier this year was when I finally quit my actual career and went full time. Probably like 7 months now, probably, and it took a year and a half to be able to do that.
Wow.
So it takes time, but you have to be dedicated. And I always tell people to focus on quality, right? Some people are so worried about, man, I need to get, and we talked about
volume or something.
Yeah, volume, right? Like I need, we talk about landscaping, right? Like, I need to get 20 yards, right? I need to get 10 yards this week, right? Quality over quantity, right? If I'm doing 10 yards, but half those people are unsatisfied,
it's like you didn't do that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So now you killed yourself for people that don't want you because the quality of your work was so poor, right? I always tell people, you know what? I'd rather have one satisfied customer a day that loves the work,
sure,
and will tell 20 people than getting 4 people done a day and none of them are satisfied.
Right. Not only not satisfied, but they may go on Yelp or badmouth you or not even give you, referrals. Would you say that now, after being open for more than a year and a half, that you get most of your business from word of mouth referrals?
I do. A lot of mine are from word of mouth, from other professionals that I know and meet through other events or whatever. They meet people, they refer me, we refer them. Clients, I've had a lot of clients. I have a lot of repeat clients.
Awesome.
And they refer me, and then the reviews that I've gotten, a lot of people will tell me, hey, I read your reviews. So the positive words from the satisfied clients have also driven lots of business. So I throw this out here because it seems like a good time to throw it, but I've actually Main Street Media has a voting for best of kind of like your county.
Sure.
And this year I actually won best auto detailer in Wilson County, and then actually won best auto detailer in all of Middle Tennessee.
Well, that's exciting.
About a month or so ago, and that's again through the people in the area, and it's kind of
and their feedback.
It's customer based, and they vote for you. So again, kind of speaks to building the trust. If you're a trusted professional who's doing quality work, I think that will take you places. Because, like we said earlier, right, customer service is non-existent.
It's starting to suffer on every industry.
So just going out and actually giving your best.
Yes.
I guess I hate to say it, but treating people like you would want to be treated if you were dealing.
Which is a surprising concept to be
so hard
in 2025 to be a new idea for people. I have to tell 20-somethings that work with me, say thank you when customers order something, or say please when you're asking them for something. It's super basic.
Yeah, it is. It's
and yet people don't practice it.
They don't, and it's for me, I look at it. People are like, man, don't you lose a lot of downtime when you're working, always answering the phone? I'm like, it's not about that. Right? Like, could I ignore them? Yeah, I could, but what's the point, right? I'm taking 5 minutes out of my day. I'm speaking to somebody. I'm answering their questions. And I've gotten a lot of work because I've answered the phone.
Right.
And that's another thing I tell people. Answer your phone. You would be surprised at how many businesses do not answer.
Oh, I can speak to that. We were trying to find a general contractor a couple of years back to get some work done, and it's just trying to find people just to even get responses is pretty difficult.
It is impossible, and people don't answer the phone, and people are just like, man, I can't believe you answered the phone. I even had another detailer one time call me, and he said, hey, I'm busy, I can't handle this lady's, but he said, but first off, thank you for answering. He said, because I've called a bunch of detailers, and you're the only one that's ever answered. I said, well, I'm glad I could be here.
Well, that's a great way to end our interview here, Chris. Thank you so much for chatting with us, because I would love to end with how people can get in touch with you, the best way you would prefer, either website or phone number or both. What's the best way for someone to get in touch with you?
So I have probably multiple different ways. You can message me on our Facebook or Instagram.
Okay.
Or you can call our number, which is 678-SHINE-10. Or like I said, reach out, message, email. I get people that message me all kind of different ways.
Awesome.
So, but yeah.
And for all of you viewers, we'll have the website information, phone number, and contact info on the bottom of this the video. You'll be able to see that. It'll be www.supremeshinemobiledetailing.com. Again, this is Chris Arthus with us today on the Makers Market Tennessee podcast. Thank you all so much for watching episode 8. We'll see you around. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir. Thank you.